project is Cultural Differences in Emotional Expression, Emotional Intelligence in Customer Service, and Conflict Management and Resolution. Today, we are going to cover the following topics. It is cultural differences in emotional expression, emotional intelligence in customer service, and conflict management and resolution. We are going to understand the fascinating world of cultural differences, focusing on how they influence our emotional expressions, emotional intelligence, and conflict resolution. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and those of others. Is another area where cultural differences plays a significant role. What is considered emotionally intelligent in one culture might be seen as overly sensitive or emotionally detached in another. For example, in some cultures, it is valued to express empathy and compassion openly, while in others, a more reserved approach might be preferred. Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is it is an inevitable part of human interaction. However, the ways in which we approach and resolve conflicts can be influenced by our cultural differences. For instance, in some cultures, direct confrontation is seen as a way to resolve issues, while in others, a more indirect and diplomatic risk approach is preferred. Understanding these cultural differences is crucial for effective conflict resolution. Now we will see the cultural differences in emotional expressions. Definition of culture. Culture is a complex system of shared beliefs, values, customs, and behaviors that a group of people acquire through learning. It's the lens through which we perceive and interpret the world. Culture is not static; it evolves over time, influenced by various factors such as history, geography, and social interactions. Now we will see how culture shapes emotional expressions. Culture plays a significant role in how we express and interrupt emotions. It provides a framework for the understanding and responding to emotional cues. Cultural norms dictates what emotions are considered acceptable or unacceptable, how they should be expressed, and when it is appropriate to do so. For instance, some cultures may be encourage open and direct expressions of emotions, while others may value more subtle or restrained displays. For example, of cultural difference in emotional expressions is high context versus low context cultures. High context cultures relies heavily on nonverbal cues and context to convey meaning. Emotions may be expressed more subtly or indirectly. Examples include Asian cultures like Japan and Korea. Low context cultures rely primarily on verbal communication to convey meaning. Emotions are often expressed more openly and directly. Example includes Western cultures like the United States and Germany. Individualistic versus collectivist cultures are another example of cultural differences in emotional expression. Individualistic cultures prioritize individual needs and goals. Emotions may be expressed more freely as they are seen as a reflection of personal identity. Examples include Western cultures like the United States and Canada. Collectivist cultures. It prioritizes group harmony and interdependence. Emotions may be suppressed or downplayed to maintain social harmony. Example includes Asian cultures like China and Japan. Now we will see the impact of cultural differences on communication and relationships. Understanding cultural differences in emotional expressions is crucial for effective communication and building strong relationships. Misinterpretations can occur when individuals from different cultures have varying expectations about how emotions should be expressed or perceived. For example, a person from high context culture may be offended if a person from a low context culture is too direct in expressing negative emotions. Cultural difference can also impact the development and maintenance of relationships. In some cultures, emotional closeness is valued, while in other, emotional distance may be preferred. Recognizing and respecting these differences can help to avoid misunderstandings and foster stronger connections. In conclusion, cultural differences, emotional expressions are a complex and fascinating aspect of human interaction. By understanding these differences, we can improve our communication skills, build stronger relationships, and foster greater cultural understanding. Thank
Now, let's talk about the power of emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Think of emotional intelligence as your ability to understand and manage your own feelings as well as the feelings of others. It's like having a superpower that helps you connect with people, solve problems, and build strong relationships. Why is emotional intelligence important? First, self awareness. Knowing how you feel and why is crucial for making good decisions and managing stress. Second, self regulation. Controlling your emotions helps you stay calm and focused even in tough situations. Third, social awareness. Understanding the feeling of others allows you to connect with them on a deeper level and build stronger relationships. Last, relationship management. Being able to manage your own emotions and understand those of others is essential for building and maintaining healthy relationships. Emotional intelligence and customer service. Emotional intelligence plays a vital role in providing excellent service to customers. When customer service representatives are able to understand and respond to customers' emotions, they can build trust, resolve issues more effectively, and create positive customer experience. Bridging cultural gaps. Emotional intelligence is particularly important in today's globalized world. By understanding and respecting cultural differences, we can bridge gaps, foster understanding, and build stronger relationships. Here are some of strategies of adapting emotional expression. Learn about cultural norms. Understanding different cultural expectations can help you adapt your behavior accordingly. Observe and imitate. Pay attention to how people in different cultures express their emotions and try to imitate their behavior respectfully. Ask for feedback. Don't be afraid to ask others for feedback on your interactions with people from different cultures. Be mindful of non-verbal cues. Pay attention to non-verbal communication, such as body language and facial expressions, as they can vary across cultures. Show respect and empathy. Always approach people with respect and empathy, regardless of their cultural background. By developing our emotional intelligence, we can improve our relationships, enhance our career, and make a positive impact on the world around us.
In this slide, we will be understanding about conflict. Conflict is a common human experience that occurs when individuals disagree or have opposing viewpoints. It can arise in various settings, including personal relationships, workplace, and communities. Further, conflict is divided in three types: intrapersonal conflict, interpersonal conflict, and organizational conflict. Let's understand each in detail. First, intrapersonal conflict. This is an internal struggle within an individual, often involving conflicting thoughts, feelings, or goals. For instance, someone might be torn between two career paths or feel conflicted about personal decisions. Another is interpersonal conflict. This occurs between individuals, whether it's disagreement between friends, colleagues, or family members. It can be caused by a variety of factors, including differences in values, beliefs, or goals. Next is organizational conflict. This type of conflict arises when organizations, such as between departments, teams, or employees, it can be due to competition for resources, differing priorities, or communication breakdown. Now, as we have seen types of conflicts, there are also some common causes of conflicts. Let's understand each. First one is differences in values and beliefs. When individuals hold opposing view on fundamental principles or beliefs, it can lead to conflict. For instance, disagreement about religion, politics, or ethics can create conflict. Next is limited resources. Competition for scarce resources such as money, time, space can be source of conflict. Individuals or groups may feel that they are not getting their fair share. Poor communication, misunderstandings, misinterpretation, or lack of communication can contribute to conflict. When people don't fully understand each other's perspective, it can lead to disagreement. The next is incompatible goals. For individuals or groups have conflicting goals or objectives, it can create tension. For example, a manager who prioritizes efficiency may clash with an employee who values creativity. The next is personality clashes. Difference in personality traits or styles can also lead to conflict. People with incompatible personalities may find it difficult to work together effectively. By understanding all types of conflict and their common causes, we can better manage and resolve conflict in personal and professional lives. In the next slide, we will be seeing management of those or resolvement of those conflicts. As we have seen the problems, We need to know the solutions as well. So, in this light, we will be seeing how to resolve this conflicts. The first one is avoidance. So, when to use the avoidance? When the issues is trivial, emotions are high, or conflict is not worth of efforts, we should better avoid those. We should better avoid those conflicts. It will help to prevent further problems to further escalation of the conflict. But it can may lead to unresolved issue and resentment as well. And the next one is accommodation. We can use this strategy while preserving the relation for preserving the relationship is more important than the issue, or when one party is significantly more powerful. It can help to maintain harmony and avoid confrontation, but also it can lead to feeling of resentment and exploitation. The next is competition. We can use competition when quick decisions are needed or when the issue is very important. Pros of this is it can be effective in achieving desired outcomes. The con of this can damage relationships and lead to resentment. The next is compromise. We can use compromise when both the parties have equal power and are willing to negotiate. Pros of compromise that it can lead to mutually acceptable solution, and con of compromise that it may not result in the best possible outcome for either party. And the last is collaboration. We can use collaboration when both parties are committed to finding mutually beneficial solution. The pros of collaboration is it can lead to more satisfying and long lasting outcome. Cons of collaboration that it can be time consuming and require significant effort. Choosing the right conflict management strategy depends on specific situation, the relationship between parties involved and the importance of the issue. It's often helpful to consider the potential consequences of each strategy before making decisions.
Customer service, resolving conflict effectively is a key. The common issues related to the problems with the products and services, such as billing dispute, dissatisfaction from the unmet expectations, and showing rude or hostile behavior. To handle such conflicts, it's necessary to use certain techniques like showing empathy towards the customers, apologizing when necessary, actively listening to the customers, and also following up to ensure that the problem is fully recovered. So all those things can make a big difference. Navigating cultural differences in conflict resolution. When resolving the conflicts, it's necessary to understand the importance and the impact of the cultural difference. Time orientation, whether the culture gives more importance to the punctuality or flexibility, can influence how people perceive urgencies and conflicts. Individualisms and collectivisms, in this how people give more importance to their individual goals or group harmony. Directness versus indirectness and power distance helps to understand how the people express their disagreements and how the power dynamics plays out in the conflict scenarios. So to navigate these differences successfully, there are some strategies that can be used, such as cultural awareness and being open-minded helps to find out the diverse perspectives of the people. Skills like empathy, actively listening, and being patient helps to communicate in a better way in the conflict resolution.
As you can see in a slide, a cultural misunderstanding. In this example, we see a customer from a culture where people communicate indirectly and trying to talk about a customer representative from a culture where more direct. A customer is unhappy, but hints are the main problem. A customer is unhappy with a hints at the problem. Instead of saying clearly, representative doesn't understand the hints, reply brilliantly, which upset customer more even.
From this case, we learn cultural differences, emotional intelligence, and conflict resolution importance. To avoid such issues, we need to be more aware of the different culture, understanding emotion, and better handle conflict. As you can see in the last slide, the power of culture understanding. This slide shows why understanding different culture, using emotional intelligence and solving conflicts well are important. As business grow across the world, these skills helps to the customer happy and build better relationship. By understanding and representing different culture, we can create more peaceful, inclusive world, both in business in our everyday lives. The vision of this whole PPT is use simpler language and get a key point across clearly. Thank you so much.